This video is brought to you by Squarespace. Hello everyone and welcome to another vegan camping food prep video. I love to go camping. We go once a year. I wish we could go more, but I always like to prep as much food ahead of time as I can so that we have an easy time having meals. We also like to go out because we go in Mammoth where there's lots of yummy vegan food at restaurants. So I'm not cooking every single dinner. First, let me give you just a couple tips when you are planning to camp. First of all, just create very simple meals. Things out of cans are really great, like chilies and things like that, because the fewer things you have to chop, the better. The fewer dishes you have to clean at the campsite, the better. Also, do as much meal prep ahead of time as you can because this will make things a lot easier for you. And just try to get creative on how you can prep. I'm going to show you some of the things I do in this video, but there's so much more you can do if you have the time ahead of time. Also, I really like to make a little calendar of what my meals are going to be each day and plan the things that are going to go bad to eat in the beginning of the camping trip and things that will last to go at the end of the camping trip and things like that. And then to make sure you're fully prepared for each recipe at the campsite, go through each recipe in your head and what kitchen utensils are you going to need for that recipe and make sure you pack those along. You don't want to be stranded in the middle of making your curry and realize you forgot your can opener to open your coconut milk. The first recipe we're going to make today are mountain breakfast cookies. These are so delicious and healthy. You can grab them on the go. I'm someone who does not like to make breakfast at the campsite. I'm not making tofu scramble in the morning or pancakes or anything just because I like to get out of the door or out of the tent flap and go out onto the hiking trail and not worry about washing dishes or leaving food out that the bears can get. So what I like to do is make either instant oats for breakfast or just have some fresh fruit or something like that and grab a breakfast cookie, something that's filling and delicious. This recipe is down in the description box. You're just going to mash some bananas and add some peanut butter and vanilla extract and maple syrup and plant milk, salt, baking powder, oats, and vegan chocolate chips. Mix all this together, create cookies, and bake them at 375 for 17 minutes or so. I made this a very large recipe because I knew I would be sharing this with lots of people because I'm one of those people that's always prepared with food, and then I've got other people hovering around me like looking at my breakfast cookies and wanting one but not saying anything. So I make sure I make enough for everyone to share, and yeah, this was really delicious and nutritious. The next thing we're going to make is some hummus. I love to have hummus for sandwiches and veggie dippers as a way to get fresh vegetables in during a camping trip in which we are eating a lot of convenience foods and it's nice to have some fresh food. I like to first roast a few cloves of garlic, add some garbanzo beans to the food processor, some lemon juice, cumin, salt, and tahini, and a little bit of water for the right consistency, and add that garlic in there, and it's going to be a roasted garlic hummus, which is really, really good on sandwiches. We had sandwiches pretty much every day for lunch because we'd throw them in the backpack and take them on the trails for our trail runs and our hikes. The next thing we're gonna make are energy balls. If you're tired of hearing me talk about energy balls, you can just tune out right now. I always make these for trips, not just camping trips, but all types of trips because they are packed full of calories in a really small little ball, and it's great to take on the go anywhere, and generally they just go down so easy. You just get lots of nutrition in them and a lot of calories. And not to mention they are very, very delicious. Oats, dates, coconut flakes are your base, and then you can add flax seeds, chia seeds, hemp seeds, peanut butter, almond butter, cocoa powder if you want. You can add some vanilla extract. There's so much stuff you can add to it to make it your own. I like to make this in the food processor rather than the blender. I think it works a lot better. And then you're just going to use your hands to mash them into balls and put them in a container. The last recipe we're making today is a vegan taco meat for tacos one night at the campsite for dinner. This is actually a recipe in my ebook called Everybody Loves Food. This is the taco meat from the taco salad recipe. It's made out of lentils and it's really delicious, and there's lots of spices and it's packed full of flavor. I loved having this to just throw on the stove to heat up. We put it in flour tortillas and put on some tomatoes, avocado, whatever toppings we wanted, and we created these delicious tacos, and it was such an easy, 8-minute meal basically. I highly recommend this. And finally, a small tip for any of the meals that you are creating. If you are creating, you know, a full cooked meal in which you need spices and things like that, I recommend getting all your spices together, measuring out the amount that you need and putting them in a container where you have them all ready to go. You could just pop them into the pot or pan so you don't have to bring all these jars. I think one of the inconveniences of camping is having so many different things that you have to organize and find, and where's the turmeric and where's the garlic powder? Have it all ready to go. You can even label it if you're super organized. And I had these two spice blends. One was for chili night over boiled potatoes, and the other was for tofu scramble. We had such a wonderful time camping. We were able to get in lots of miles and go see lots of mountains, which is our favorite thing. We just love the beauty up there in Mammoth, which is right by Yosemite. Unfortunately, we did have a lot of smoke because of some forest fires, but we still managed to make a beautiful trip out of it. And it was the first time taking the baby. It was definitely a challenge camping with the baby, but I'm happy to share all of that with you in my next vlog coming up. I'm editing as soon as I can all the beautiful footage I got in Mammoth and our experience camping with the 9-month-old. So look out for that. Have a great day. Have a great day. I've never said that at the end of a video. Thank you so much to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. By now you know Squarespace can help you create a beautiful and functional website, but they don't stop there. You can also connect with your audience and generate revenue through gated members-only content pages on your site, whether you're a photographer delivering wedding photos or a teacher creating online courses. Manage your members, send email campaigns, and view analytics all from one easy integrated place. If you'd like to try Squarespace for yourself and update what you're doing online, go to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/Hannah McNeely to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Looks like one of those like sugar things from Knott's Berry Farm back in the day. Do you remember that? Right, was it sugar?
I think the sand.
Oh, the sand. I feel like there was a sugar thing too, I remember.
Probably.
Just straight up sugar.
Yes, Raven's
Revenge.